What are we talking about, Sherry?
Thing number 2.
We rehearsed this. You know that, right? There we go. Here we are. Studio 5. Yeah. So last week, I had the opportunity to be on Studio 5, and I talked about 5 springtime projects that you could do for your home, for your front porch. And so they're really quick, fast, and easy. And so some of you may have seen the episode already, but if you haven't, here is a 5-minute version of it. And then we're going to go through the projects and show them to you up close and personal. And if you have any questions about any of them, because they only give you a few minutes to do it. It's like
it's so fast.
Lickety split, right? And so we want to answer all your questions. So this is what I had forgotten to bring up, was the actual video. So let's go ahead and bring up my screen right now. And there we go. So go ahead and watch and let us know what you think and what questions you have. Don't you love it when there's a freeze frame? Oh, worst thing ever.
Yes, those screenshots are terrible.
Here we go.
To hang out this time of year, and sort of an extension of your home and the vibe in your home, if you think about it. Today we unleash the fabric stash on the front porch. Fabric artist Chris Thurgood is here to show us how to bring a splash of spring to our front stoop. We're feeling it.
Oh, yes, we are.
We're feeling it, and you bring with you the vibes of the beautiful Cache Valley, which right now I'm sure is just rich with green.
It's an amazing time of year.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's my favorite time to visit where you live. Let's jump in. You've got a table full of fantastic projects.
Yes.
And I want to start with one that was inspired by a Christmas ornament, actually.
Yes.
If you know and love Anthropologie like I do, they're famous for their monogram ornaments.
Yes.
And you took a leap from something they sold last Christmas.
Well, I love it. You know, I just fell in love with it. I felt like it was just very kind of bohemian looking and eclectic. And I was like, oh, that just screams that it needs to be bigger.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be an ornament, right?
Yeah.
So let's make it bigger. Let's add some more to it. And so that's what we did here with this letter.
All right. This would be
a monogram.
Perfect for the front porch if you have a side table, or
Yes.
you could easily tuck it into a front door wreath.
There you go.
How did you
Yes,
make this?
could. Well, this is just basically 2 pieces of felt. I drew the letter A on it and just started doing hand stitches, simple hand stitches throughout the whole thing, adding a little, touch of X's and maybe wrapping some twine around it. I mean, I just felt like the more kind of crazy and off kilter it was, the better.
Well, it's that signature Anthropologie mix and match, that whimsy that we love it for. I'm obsessed with this.
Thank you.
And this is just embroidery right down here?
It is just hand embroidery. That's all it is.
Darling.
So it's very inexpensive to make, and you just stuff it with some filling and you're done. Now, this would be darling if you wanted to spell out a word like spring, for example. But if you just want to have that one little pop of something different and unique in your home, there you go. Do a letter.
We talked about reaching into your fabric stash. There's sort of a new to the scene fabric that people are getting excited about. What's this?
This is cork fabric.
Cork fabric.
Cork fabric. And so a lot of people, when they see the look of cork, and you can actually sew through cork.
Oh, it's soft.
This is what we're talking about.
Okay.
It's not like a cork that you might find at an office supply store for like a cork board.
But it looks like it.
This is a little bit softer. Yeah. And so your needle's going to go through it just like butter. And so if you take a look over here,
look what she made.
What we created was a banner. I'm gonna grab it real quick.
This is so cute.
And I decided, you know what? Why not? Let's make a little pot out of the cork, sewed right through it, and then add some real greenery behind it. And you could switch that out for any time of year that you wanted.
We're always looking for ways to mix up the front door, what we put on the front door. This is like the new wreath. Look at that. It's 3D. You've got grass pieces just flying out at you.
Yeah,
I love that.
There's a lot of possibilities with this one. You could fill it with anything that you want.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Another project
the cork
for
fabric.
the front door used felt, right?
Yes, I love felt. I'm a huge fan of felt. Taking that that ready-made ring that you can find at the craft store, adding some greenery, and then just these pops of flowers with felt. The grays, the neutrals are still so incredibly popular,
Yeah.
but you could have lots of fun with great vibrant colors as well. So
I love this.
really, really fun.
And the greenery, I mean, neutral sometimes has a womp womp for me because
Yes.
it doesn't bring the color punch, which we love
Yes.
spring for, but the
Mhm.
greenery in this project makes it still feel so fresh.
Definitely, absolutely a very fresh, clean feel.
Look at the bead detail on the other side. Super
Too
cute.
fun. I love, adding the blues too and these complementary colors to the greens
Yeah.
and the creams and the grays and whites. Really fun.
Every porch needs a good porch pillow.
Yes,
Right?
absolutely. So this porch pillow over here was made with an old tattered blanket that we
You're
had.
kidding.
Nope, we just cut it up in a circle, added a pom-pom trim. You could do the same thing with an old sweater that you might have lying
Oh,
around.
sure.
Cut that into a circle, make it as a flower, add that pom-pom trim, super fun. Now this pillow right here, very, very simple. Again, you decide whatever word you want to be on a pillow
Okay.
and take a look at this.
Whatever
We're
word you want to
using-
be. I like that.
Then
I
we
want to be
take- you wanna-
skinny,
there
pretty.
You go. I like that. I like that.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
Next time I show up, you're
Thank you.
getting the pillow.
Thank you.
And here's clothesline. So this is what we did. I just wrote out the word in cursive. This is my own cursive writing.
Which I
So
love.
just
I
have
love that
fun with
handmade
it.
touch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then would you believe this is actually hot glued onto there?
Well, I'm grateful.
Yes, I knew you would.
You
be.
know me. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there's that as well.
Okay,
So,
Chris, thank you.
yeah.
A table full of craft projects,
Yes.
fabric projects that apply and will dress up your front porch for
Yeah.
spring. I imagine your fabric shop is a really fun place to hang out right
It
now.
is hopping right now. We have lots of new lines coming in. We have a shop hop that's about to start tomorrow. It goes for another week.
And remind us, what's a
And
shop hop?
this is where people from all over go from shop to shop to shop, all along the Wasatch Front. It's a blast. It's just a huge party, and that's what we're
like a
being a
field trip
part of.
For
Exactly,
quilters.
of course. And then, of course, we have a website, mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com.
All
So
right, we'll meet you there.
yes.
Thank you for the fun spring inspiration. And you can
You
revisit
bet.
this tutorial, this conversation on our website too, studio5.ksl.com.
Okay. There we go. That's a lot to cover in a few minutes.
That's a lot of projects.
That's a lot of projects for sure. So tell me, which project intrigues you the most? Which one are you interested in? We'll start talking about it right away. So Tana says the grow. Oh, good idea.
cute one.
Would be a fun thing to use the couching tools on the Solaris. Yes, I love that. Absolutely. Janice, somebody mentioned this the other day that I have not said shop with 2 P's and an E for a while. So there you go. It is 2 P's and an E. Let's see. You're loving the grow pillow. Lynn loves the cork planter banner. Yeah, that was fun. Paula likes the anthropology letters. Crystal's the writing on the pillow. Andrea's embroidered letter. The wreath you're liking. Jennifer, the flower pot. So lots of, I'm glad that you guys are liking them. Well, we're here to show you some of the different little things a little bit more up close. So what should we start with, Sherry?
I love that letter.
You love the letter?
I do love the letter. And I think it's even more gorgeous in person.
Oh, thank you. It's funny when I was like, did it come out like loud enough that I was like, I want it bigger. Those are cute. The little ornaments are cute, but I want it bigger. There we go. I was like, oh boy, Chris, woo, slow down there.
Next time she's going to yell Santa.
Exactly. Exactly. This is the letter we're talking about. And I actually ended up giving this letter to Miss Allie.
Miss 342.
This 342.
You should have put that on there somewhere.
I should have.
Where's my needle and thread?
Yeah.
Where is she?
Exactly. But honestly, this truly was so simple to do. And for those of you who love handwork, I know that's a bad word for some of you, but it really is so fun and relaxing, right? And so I just took 2 pieces of felt. I drew out the letter A. I mean, it doesn't get any easier. Some of you might say, Annette says you forgot my name's Annette. You're right, Annette. If you are scared of doing block letters, It actually is so much simpler than you think, because all you need to do is draw a line, a straight line as to what the letter originally would be. And then you're just going to cut it about an inch outside of that line. That's it, right? That's easy.
It's easy.
It's easy. And then you just go to town on doing it very ski-wampus. The more crazy, the better, I think. So these are just little, what do we call these? Oh my goodness.
Those are the daisies.
Daisies.
The daisies.
Yeah, the lazy daisies. And so that's what each of those are. I took twine. I was going through like my little drawer of stuff and going, okay, you could add a button.
I love that you have a little
you
drawer.
Could add,
I have a big drawer.
okay,
so.
well, what if you have a million little drawers?
Okay, yeah, maybe that's
That's
true.
that could add up to it, right? So Lisa, oh boy, I should have never said I made this for Allie. Oopsies.
Maybe Allie just took possession of it.
There you go. There you go. And then I added some other felt on top of it. So the lesson here is that there's no right or wrong way of doing this. There really isn't.
And it's just
you
fun.
just have fun.
That's when I love hand embroidery, when it's like there's not any rules.
Yes.
Just let it go.
Exactly. I mean, look at Sherry. She did these little lazy daisy on the Johnny B.
This is our
the Johnny B was
sewing
Sherry's
machine,
doing.
Johnny B, where we did the pull flowers.
Oh, I didn't even recognize that yes.
We did a sewing
because you did do a
Yes, we
hand
did this,
embroidery
but
one.
the hand embroidery one is, I love it so much more.
Look, Johnny B's going to sit on the shelf of the A. There we go. So cute. I love this Johnny B. I think he's pretty cute.
He is cute.
So easy to do. Again, this would be fun to do, like if you wanted to do letters, of like spelling out the word spring, or maybe taking the last name or your initial of your last name and putting it in a wreath or something. There's just really no right or wrong way of doing
and all of your kids, I mean, that's something that you could actually do with your kids and teach them some of those easy stitches, because it doesn't matter if they're evenly spaced or
it doesn't matter at all.
Fine.
Exactly. So now moving on to this.
This one's cute.
This is the Grow pillow, and I was trying to come up with something that looked like couching, but didn't have to go to the effort of couching. And I was in a hurry, let's be honest. And so this is just like little clothesline rope that you would find at the store. And I just drew out the word grow and did the hot glue. And then when I put the two pieces together, this is how you do a flange, which I think adds a lot to a pillow.
It does.
Because I could have just had one piece on top of the other piece and called it good, but then you would get this look, right? Which would be fine. It's not the end of the world, but this is what gives you that little bit of extra, right? And we're all about a little bit of extra. And so you can do this on any kind of pillow where you simply just do a 1-inch seam allowance all the way around. You're doing it as a top stitch, and there you go.
Very cute. I love that one.
Thank you. So any questions about this? What is another word you could have added to this? That's short, right?
Well, you could have done like spring.
Yeah.
Depending on your last name, you could do that. You could also do bloom.
Oh, bloom would have been cute.
Yeah.
Yes, I like bloom. So yeah, you just
could do
have fun
thank
with
you, Amazon Prime delivery guy. Oh, I guess that's a little long.
You can have something that says it's about time.
It's about time, Amazon Prime.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Marianne says faith or hope. Colleen said home. Carla said seeds. Kathy said kind. I love that. All of those are great ideas.
Yes.
So that's the other thing, is you just have fun with it. And if it's even with your own writing, you guys, I know some of us get a little gun shy about our own writing. Don't do that. Your writing is beautiful. Your writing is you.
Judy, it cannot say snow.
No. No snow, Judy.
Not
Mm-mm.
in May. We're over it.
We're over the snow. Right. Yeah. Paula said, welcome. It could be that. I love that. So there you go. So again, very simple. But I hope you can take away from this little thought process here for the last couple of minutes is that if you want to add a little extra something to any pillow, what you're going to do is just do a top stitch 1 inch in from all the sides, and now you have a flange, and then you're just stuffing right in the middle. That's it. So okay, next one, let's talk about this very super
very cute.
simple. This one was actually Allison's thinking here. She had an old blanket. Okay, this is a blanket. Isn't that pretty?
That is gorgeous.
And it was kind of tattered. It had its day, but instead of just throwing it away, she cut this out in a circle, and then her and I were going to make pom-poms, and they weren't looking very good. Just saying.
It takes a lot.
It
to make
takes a
good
lot.
pom-poms.
It takes a lot of effort to make a good pom-pom, to make them nice and dense. So guess what? She went over to Hobby Lobby, and she found this pom-pom trim that was over in the curtain section.
What?
Yes, in the curtain section, and was like, this is perfect. And so that's what we did. And guess what, guys? Hot glue. Hot glue is my friend. And we hot glue these puppies all the way around. And now we have like a flower pillow on the porch. I think this would be darling with sweaters, old sweaters, like
Yes.
I had mentioned. I mean, it would be darling with fabric too, but I know, like, I don't know. I just love being able to repurpose things. The texture.
The textures.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
fun.
Exactly. So if you have too much wind for porch decorations, Betty Jo, put them on the inside of your home. Put
Put
on
rocks in your pillows.
Yes. Oh, there's a good point.
My neighbors just keep returning my pillows. It's all good.
Exactly. So, I mean, but you could put it in your front entryway or wherever you want. Okay. So that's another idea, is taking something old, repurposing it, and making it into something new again. We were kind of going with a more neutral theme here, if you can't tell.
Yes.
All right. So this is the one that a lot of people also liked. And at first I was like, I don't know. The more I started paying attention to this idea in my head, I went, okay, there are some fun possibilities with this. So this is like a canvas-like fabric here. We put a big old rope through it. You could do it however you wanted. But I am in love with cork fabric right now. So this is what cork fabric looks like. It's very, very soft to the touch. And yes, Johnny, he made fun of me because I said like butter. Yes, like butter.
It kind of
Your-
is, though. It really
Needle will
is.
go through it. Don't get worried that your needle's not going to go through it. It will go through it. If you have problems with it, try changing your needle size to a 90-14, a little bit bigger, right? But I had the 80-12 and it was fine. So how did I make this? Well, we have a pattern. If you're interested, we called it a plant for all seasons. Okay, here's your templates. And so what I did was I traced the templates onto heat and bond so that I would have, a way for felt to go on the back. All right. Now, I don't know if you can tell here. Let me take out my grass. Here's my grass.
She's been mowing the lawn.
Mm-hmm. But I attached felt to the back of this. Now, I'll tell you the reason why I did that. The first time, whenever you make up a new project, it goes through a series of
And
renditions,
sometimes
right?
the first one's really ugly.
Exactly. Yes.
But you
Yes.
still see potential.
You see potential. So true. And the first one, I did not have a backing on it. I was like, oh, no big deal.
It has a little bit
I'll
of a
just cut
backing.
it. Yeah, no biggie, right? Well, it just wasn't, it didn't go on as an open applique as much as I would have liked. Now, when I talk about an open applique, this is what I'm referring to. It's open on the sides. It's not just put, if I was just to have a solid applique on there, this would have been just fine. But having an open applique, you need a little more structure to it. So I just used a little bit of heat and bond on the back. I attached another piece of felt behind it. That gave it more structure. I added a strip of felt also down here. And then you can see that I took black thread and I simply went about a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch all the way around the outside, just inside of the outside is what I like to say. And there's no need to finish off those edges because they're raw edges, but they won't fray. So it's really easy.
And the same with the felt. So it's
Mm-hmm.
it's really cute.
Same with the felt.
Yeah.
So the whole idea behind this was that you could put anything you wanted and change it out for the different seasons. So this is some grass. This is actually fake grass, in case you're wondering. But and some of it fell out. But I thought, well, that would be really pretty with, just a few other little tidbits all around it, right? And so, but Sherry, what else could you put in there?
Ooh, we get to play if it fits.
Exactly.
So while we were talking, I had another thought. And
Mhm.
and obviously I had thought of silk flowers because there's so many
Yes.
different kinds and some of them look better than others, some of them. But I actually thought of, with that how it hangs and stuff,
Mhm.
you could go put this on at a cemetery, maybe on a flag holder and change out your
Oh.
flowers that way.
I never would have thought of that. I love
Yeah.
that idea.
Because
That's a great
I
idea.
mean, some cemeteries you can put things in the ground, some you
Mhm.
can't. You have
Yeah.
to follow the rules.
Right, right.
But it might be kind of a
Mhm.
fun way to display some
Mhm.
silk flowers.
I love
So-
that. That's a great idea. Susan said branches with leaves.
Mhm.
So that would be really pretty, like in the fall time, even
Yeah.
as well. Let's see. Marianne said to maybe have a stick through the top. Yep.
Oh, that'd be
I
cute.
had the rope, but a stick through the top would be really, really cute. So Betty Jo says great for Memorial Day.
Mhm.
So I love that. And then let's see. Yes, Paula, with the banner, you put the canvas right sides together, you sew it, you keep the top open, and then you flip it over. So for those of you who have been in our Make It Monday classes, we did a watermelon one
We did.
2 weeks ago. We did. She did. I created it.
You
I was
created it.
gone. But you did it
Me
for
and
the
Allison
class.
did it.
That's
Yeah, and
right.
It was so cute.
And that's the same kind of banner method. Yeah. So you leave the top open and then you flip it over.
Yes.
So
And
yeah.
it's really cute. A really quick way to do a banner.
How about a bottle of Diet Coke? Well,
Yes!
you know what?
You are my people, Kathy.
Kathy, there you go, my friend. Not a bad idea. You could take the little flowers like she had put on the little Johnny B, and you could have those
The
pull flowers
Mhm.
going through it as well. Judy said some dried flowers would be pretty. Yep. Okay, I like this. Patriotic
Oh.
flags for Memorial Day. What about little pinwheels? You could do little like
Oh.
patriotic pinwheels made out of fabric and stick those in
Or
there.
bought from the dollar store.
Or real ones,
Mhm.
real little plastic ones. That would be
Be
cute.
cute.
Tana says lavender. Love it.
Ooh.
Oh, you guys, I love getting your ideas. Laura said the cork pot would look nice on a pillow too. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Mhm.
So that would be
That would
cute.
be kind of a fun idea too.
Mm-hmm.
Right on the pillow, just have a pocket.
Yep, for sure. Big
Oh,
button
and
felt flowers. Great
really
idea,
cute.
Gloria. Pinwheels, perfect. Sharon likes that idea. And poppies for Memorial
Oh.
Day. So these are all really, really good ideas. You could even you could do poinsettias, at Christmas time and put little poinsettias, little felt poinsettias or anything
And
like
some
that.
just greenery, just the
Mhm.
either fake or real at Christmas
Mhm.
time.
So the name on a banner flower pot would be really cute, Cheryl. So you could, there's just so many ideas that you could do. Pocket pillow with hidden chocolates. That's a great
Ooh.
idea.
With
Anyway,
your Diet Coke, some M&Ms.
Why not?
We're always thinking.
Why not? Exactly. So anyway, those are just a few ideas to do. And let me share with you some of the pictures I took that day to give you a little more inspiration and recap what we did here today. So there's the letter A. And again, you see it just sitting. I have this little tiny bench on my front porch that's in mustard, which favorite color. And then I have the blue watering pot and, the wooden beans that come out of it. But you can see how that just kind of has just a fun look to it. Here we go is grow. And of course, top it with some quilts.
Your porch
just
quilts.
adding to it your porch quilts. Exactly, because that's fun. And that green porch quilt, I have had that for 11 years now. And the reason why I know that is because for those of you who remember Joel Dewberry, one of my favorite designers, this was his fabric line when I first opened the shop 11 years ago. So that's how I remember that. But isn't the green pretty
It
to
is
go
pretty.
with that
Mhm.
gray and creams and tans
It's
and
so porchy.
mustard?
Yeah.
So porchy, yes. And then, again, I can't go wrong with gingham. So I got a little bit of that going on. And then here's the pillow. And then here's also the wreath that we added some more felt flowers to. So anyway, hopefully that gives you some ideas of some things that you might want to try out for spring, summer, you name it. So
Be sure and post your pictures, though. We'd love
Mhm.
to see them.
Definitely. Okay. Janice says porchy. Loves it. Thanks, Janice. Let's hope not. Iman says birds may build their nests in them too. Yeah, that could be. Too funny. Alice had to leave the room for a minute. Not sure if anyone said this. How about iron-on vinyl on the inside in case fresh flowers were damp? Oh, that's a great idea. You could do that.
Yeah, you could.
You certainly could do that. Excellent idea. So, all right. Well, that is all for theme number 2.